You know what match does have a Protoss in it, though? The Grand Finals. Because this is a KSL. So, of course, the Grand Finals are going to be between these two specific players. This is like the 13th time this has happened or something. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Ghost River, it is Dragon Kites's herO. And he is up against his former teammate, but current arch rival. It is Talon's Dark. Spawning in the upper left. We are, in fact, on Ghost River, one of our nice new maps. This is a best of 5. And I'm here to also remind everybody that not only do we have that Matcherino for this week's KSL, as we do every week, but also we have the Patreon where you can get replays from all of these matches every KSL. And you can be supporting Korean StarCraft. That money goes straight into the pockets of these players, specifically the winning players. So please consider checking that Patreon, supporting today. While you're at it, maybe hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. Maybe follow the Twitch channel. You know, you can do cool stuff like that too. I actually want to see how many times these guys have fought each other in KSL. It gets insane, and I have to keep counting it because I keep forgetting. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think this is the 13th. I counted 11. But yeah, I missed the one where Dark beat herO. So I think this is the 13th time herO versus Dark has been the grand finals. And herO has won every single time except for one. Back in September, Dark beat herO in the finals. Other than that, every time these guys meet in the finals of KSL, herO has won. He's 11-1 right now, which is an insane record. A little annoyance here as the Zergling is looking for a probe kill. Gonna get to scout the Twilight Council, and in the meantime, herO is being annoying, stopping this third base from going down. Did they update the graphics in SC2 in the past week? No. No, they have not. These are the same graphics. There was a recent patch, though. Yeah, as far as I know, the graphics are exactly the same. Was a recent patch. We have some new buffs and nerfs for various units, as well as some new maps. And oh my God, they're drones here. Oh no, dude! I was looking at that third base. Hero's gonna recall the Stalker. He doesn't get it back inside. Oh my God. Okay, herO is gonna get a wall up though. Gonna back it up with another gateway. This Adept actually can complete the wall here. There's the pylon to complete the wall on this side. 2 Adepts are out. Warp gate about to finish so he can warp in 2 more. And there's the GG as Dark can't break through the wall and herO holds. And game 1 ends just like that. This is what happens when I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the early part of the game. I'll just let me check chat. I'll answer some questions. You know, I'll just talk about some of the early game stuff that's happening here. And then Dark's like, I have drones going across the map. You just can never trust these guys. Why the drones? He was trying to mineral walk through and then stop the wall from coming up, but like re-wall from coming up with the drones, and also get maybe some damage on the backside of the Adept that was there. But I think the timing didn't line up super well. Yeah, the wall was able to get up. The drones all died while the Lings were surrounding that Stalker. I don't know. I wasn't super focused on what was happening. That was, bad casting by me. For just $5, you get the replays from this, and then you could figure it out. You figure out exactly what was going on. in the replay. Think about it. It's $5. Patreon.com/Korean StarCraft League. I feel like that was Dark flying by the seat of his pants a little bit. I think once his third base was getting blocked and stuff, he was like, screw you, man. I'm just gonna go. Made a bunch of lings. He's like, I'm gonna bring the drones. I'm gonna try to walk through and stop the rewall. Feels like the kind of thing Dark would do. Just wing it on the Massling drone pole. All right, game 2 is gonna be on a map we're more familiar with. The players are gonna be more familiar with it. We're on Alcyone here, and spawning in the upper right-hand corner, we have Dragon Kitesy's herO. And his opponent in the lower left for Talon is Dark. Oh, Dark gonna hide his drone from the probe. The probe, though, goes up. Oh, comes back down, but it doesn't check the base again. So now herO's checking the gold. This is a smart play against Dark, because Dark often does take the gold at the start of these matches. Sees no gold, doesn't check his own gold, which would be my next guess. Gonna go back and check if the natural's been taken, which we see it has. I do love that he checks outside his base, though. See, herO knows who he's playing against. He's like, oh, his natural's not down. He didn't take his gold. Maybe this is a proxy hatch. Till he gets that confirmation of where the base is. He's never quite sure. Because it is Dark. Honestly, Dark's one of the very few cheesy Zergs we really have. It's kind of crazy that he's inarguably one of the best players in the world, but also very cheesy. That's usually not a combination we see these days. He might just be the cheesiest of the, like, I don't know, what do you think? Do you think Dark's in the top 10? I think Dark's in the top 10. He is on a Legulac, and I think in general I would put him in top 10 of best StarCraft 2 players in the world right now. And I guess Max Packs maybe? Max Packs doesn't cheese that often anymore. He's another player I'm interested to see on new maps, is Max Packs. Same with Dark. I hope we get some cheesy builds from Dark if we get some more of the new maps in this match. Also, what is this wall from herO? What am I looking at, herO? Was this map changed? Did you guys see if there was like a change on this map and they made this narrower or something? This wall looks terrible. Like this is like, okay, so the nice thing about this wall is it's just one gateway, one cyber core, and then you get the single wall, or the single gap there for an adept or a stalker. But I personally would never build a pylon in the wall against Dark. Maybe the only top tier Zerg player who will Bane bust you if he feels so inclined. Okay, herO is gonna back it up with a gateway. I don't know, guys. I've cast a lot of herO games. I've never seen... I seldomly see him wall like this. You know what this is? You know, this isn't a herO wall. This is a Zest wall. This is... herO's doing this in honor of Zest, who used to be the worst walling pro player in existence. I watched Zest put up some... Zest lost a world championship because he didn't know how to wall. I guess Katowice wasn't the world championship that year, right? But he lost it nonetheless. Ooh, hero's going to get in here before the Sport Crawler's done. And there's only one queen here right now. We have 4 drones, force all the rest of them off the line. Nice damage for the first Oracle. Hero's got a bunch of Adepts coming across now as well as the second Oracle is posturing out here. But Dark is clearing these rocks, which I just kind of in general like. But when it's Dark, oh, I don't know about that shade. Ooh. That's a lot of queens here for Dark. I feel like Dark's going to walk these queens across the map. I feel like that's his plan. The Adepts are going to shade up and actually, oh, they should have finished that shade. It's hard to know that as herO, right? You want to keep your Adepts alive. But they absolutely should have finished that shade. There was nothing to stop them from getting into this drone line. As it is, one of the Oracles goes down. 4 more drones fall. But it feels like a good defense from Dark so far. As I say that, a couple more drones die, but still not too shabby. herO, though, he's got his third base up and running. He's chrono boosting probes. Blink and +1 are on the way. Dark doesn't really have anything yet. He doesn't have a lair. I don't think he has a Roach Warren yet. Starting up an Evo chamber. He's double expanding, though. I do like that. But yeah, just going to be queens and lings from Dark. I thought for sure we were going to see a Roach Warren and just him walking a bunch of units across the map. I think it's very funny that he has not clicked on this rocks. Literally any unit. A drone 2-taps these rocks. Well, that's not true, actually. They probably have armor, but still. 10 hit points. Come on, Dark. Don't do me like that. Break these rocks. What does a collection of rocks with 10 hit points look like? Oh, I don't know. hero's going to break it for him, though. Takes down the rocks. Oh, okay. So no roaches here for Dark. Going straight to the Hydroden and an Infestation Pit. Is he just going straight to Lurkers? This makes me wonder if the Infestation Pit's just going to be for a Hive. Yeah, look at that. The Lurker Den goes down. This is just going to be for a very fast Hive. Considering that lair felt a little bit late. Unfortunately for Dark, he doesn't really have anything that's particularly good against this army right now. Ooh, the Lings do catch the Adepts as they shade forward, though. A bit of a mistake there from herO. And now the Lings can come in and fight this. Stasis Trap does not get down. The Queens and Lings are getting surrounds on these Stalkers. Stalkers, though, going to blink backwards here. herO covering them with the Oracles as well. But now some Hydras are coming out, and even without their upgrades, they're a little bit tougher for herO to take a good fight against. If enough of them can get out. Right now, it's literally the one. So Dark just has to back up and concede a lot of ground to herO. He's going to check out what's going on here. That is a lot of gateways. Oh, herO is committing to Stalkers, isn't he? He has a gateway going down on the map. He's got more pylons and shield batteries being thrown down here. Proxying out front, and Dark is trying to super quick tech to Lurkers. But he's forced to pull drones off the line to take this fight right now. Oh, I love the tag on these units up on the high ground as well. Helping herO see them when he doesn't have vision of the high ground. So many drones are dying. Dark, he's barely staying alive, but herO is just taking excellent value trades here. Oh, and he's going to blink forward, but the first Lurker is done. Oh, it's going to burrow. It does get killed. Second Lurker, a little too far back to do too much damage here. The Hydras are going down. The Queens are dead. And the Stalkers just avoid the Lurker. A bunch of Lings coming out to help support. Lurker going to the backside here, waiting for the Stalkers to blink back over this direction. The Stalkers are just not going over there, so that Lurker is just doing nothing. Doesn't have range either. So it's very difficult for it to actually connect with this. And hero's got a shield battery to pull back to. I think that's the only Lurker. One more is on the way right now. Oh, where's that Lurker going? Wait, did the Oracles die? Hold on. The Oracles are all dead. This one lurker is just chilling here. There's actually no detection for it. Okay, okay, Dark. He's getting something done here. Remember, he double expanded, so he could send drones over to this base. He's pretty low on workers right now, but... Uh-oh. New Oracle is out. And down goes the one lurker, but in the meantime, Dark has built 5 more, and he's got a couple more morphing right now. The Adepts are going to finish that Shade, which means the units need to come down here and deal with this. I don't think herO realizes this base exists. So he's going to come over here. He's going to kill the rest of these drones. He's going to take this base down. But it is still a 4-base Dark. Even after losing 7 drones, his drone count is still doing okay. Dark, in the meantime, is going to clear this little area in the middle here, at least clear part of it. The thing about relying on 1 or 2 oracles for tags is that as the lurkers spread, it becomes harder to get consistent tagging on them, consistent vision on those lurkers. Resonating Glaive's about to finish for herO. It's a very interesting choice, but I guess against the Lings and the Hydras, it kind of makes sense. He doesn't currently have any Adepts out, though. It's just 29 Stalkers. Who needs anything but Blink Stalkers? I guess not herO. He's like, what if I just don't take a fight with your lurkers nearby? And Dark's like, wait a minute, that's illegal. You can't do that. He is forced to cancel that gold base. Lurkers burrowing over here. The Stalkers just kill one and back out. Great Blink Micro from herO. I mean, the trades have been good for herO, but not quite as good as I thought they'd be. About 1,000 resources in his favor, but it's still not too shabby for Dark. I guess the real problem for Dark here is that it is 4-base to 4, and herO is actually mining more than him right now. He's got more workers. These Stalkers should be visible on creep, but it looks like Dark is just going to let them force a cancel over here. He does have a bit of a run-by setup, but there's nothing to run by here. The minerals are still closed. There's the cancel on that base. Oh, we have a Nidus on the way, though. Dark, feeling the pressure here a little bit, perhaps, is deciding to just go for it. See if he can't break into the base. I have seen him win like this before. It's like, Dark's dead, unless this Nidus gets up, and then, then the game ends because the Nidus gets up. Oh, man, those Stalkers took a massive volley of Lurker Spines. They got to be careful. One more shot would have killed a lot of those Stalkers. They are all... There's a bunch of them down in the yellow and the orange now. Nidus Swarm is done. We'll see where Dark decides to put it. Got a Ling over here, but there are cannons here. I feel like this would be the ideal spot. Even though herO can see there. Maybe right here. herO doesn't have vision right there. Of course, Dark can't know that, but it'd be kind of cool if he did. Two Stargates and the Fleet Beacon going down right now for herO. He's trying to get into Sky Toss. But I don't think Dark is going to give him time to make that transition. So that's a lot of money being spent on something that isn't actually going to help herO right now. herO needs to fight straight up. He does have 5 Immortals back here, though, and a bunch of High Templar that are about to have Storm available. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought he didn't research Storm. It hit 75 energy, and that icon didn't light up for half a second. I got real concerned. There's the Nidus. Dark is just using it to reinforce and help spread some creep here. The tag is on all of these lurkers, but that is so many lurkers, 23 of them. And the ground army of the Protoss just isn't equipped to deal with that. herO's going to go ahead and kill this base that's being taken on the backside, but Dark is just moving forward with his army. Some big storms go down. It looks like herO recalled into his natural, but that's going to leave this 4th base exposed. Zealots coming in on one side. The Stalkers killed this base on the other. Stalkers do have to be a little bit careful coming back now. There are still lurkers back here near these this first Nidus Swarm. Oh, all right, herO's going to try to hit from both sides, but the Stalkers get absolutely demolished. And the Storms just aren't really hitting. That lurker count is still at 20. There's a bunch of Hydras as well. Drones went down. Dark's mining isn't maybe as good as it once was, but he has killed a base. He could go down and kill this one. I almost feel like he should leave this base, though. because I feel like there's more important things at hand, like the fact that there are Tempests out now. But the Hive is, of course, done for Dark, and he is just going to go for some Vipers to try to counter those Tempests. Storm's actually killing a Lurker. Immortal's killing more Lurkers. As the Tempests desperately try to stay alive. Oh, that one does not stay alive. The Immortal's coming in now, but a bunch of Hydra reinforcements coming in to help out these Lurkers. And herO's going to tap out. The Hydras get into the main. The Lurkers are hitting his third. And Dark going to tie the series up 1-1. What a game. That's actually so sick. Dark took a big gamble and went for like right into Lurkers. He was heading straight for Lurkers, skipping Roaches. He was trying to skip Hydras, I think. But then herO was going not quite 3-base all in, but 3-base very committed Blink Stalker push. And somehow didn't crack Dark. Like actually insane plays there from Dark to hold. It was a painful hold, but he took the gamble that he could get into the higher tech, and he did. And once it paid off, herO was in some trouble. I like the Immortal response, but when there's 23 Lurkers and they have all that Hydra support, all that Link support, the Immortals they're just not enough. You need like equal parts Immortal to Lurker in order for Immortals to really work, I think. Yeah, the Tempest was a good idea, but it was too late. Crazy game. All right, we're going to a new map for game number 3. I actually haven't seen this map yet. We've seen the other, I think there were 4 new maps in this pool. No, maybe 5. 5 new maps in this pool because it's still a 9 map pool. I've seen 3 of those, but this one is Amphion. Amphion. Excited to see what this map looks like as we hop into game number 3. Spawning in the lower left-hand corner of Amphion, it is Dragon Kites's herO. And its opponent. In the upper left, it is Talon's Dark. All right, really quick, big shout out to this map maker for giving us a map that's shaped similar to like, what was the map from the last pool? The like all gray one I didn't like. Anyways, there's those maps that are like, they spawn upper left and upper right and it's symmetrical through the center. It's like that, but turned sideways, which I appreciate because that means we can have the lower name with the lower player and the upper name with the upper player. I always hated that about maps that were horizontally symmetrical and they both spawn on the top side. It gets confusing sometimes. Equilibrium. There you go. Thank you, Senju. God, I'm so bad with map names. I was like, year 0, as that map is from 2018. Why is that the map I thought of? Anyways, year 0, also an example of that kind of map. But okay, this map is giving me Boardwalk vibes. It's not quite as insane as that map, but does have the Boardwalk tile set. All right, so we've got the minerals that can get you to a close third to your opponent. That feels like something Dark would absolutely do. Or you can take this base. Kind of interesting base positioning there. I don't know. Very, very interested to see how these maps play out sometimes. I'm really bad at reading maps. I mentioned this earlier, but it's really true. Even when I was playing this game multiple times a week, a new map would show up and I'd be like, I don't know what to do. I have no idea. Somebody else show me. Tell me how to play. Tell me what is good and bad about this map, because I do not get it. People will look at a map and in 2 seconds they'll be like, ugh, this map is awful for Terran. And I'm like, what? Why? Why is it? I don't understand. I just don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense. And if it does not make sense, then you must have quit. I don't know. I think I see too many possibilities. Whereas a player who plays like one play style in one race, they will immediately know like this is bad for standard macro play. But I'm always like, well, what if instead of standard macro you did this specific cheese? Then it would be good for that race. And that's just not a helpful mindset when you're looking at a map for the first time. Anyways, looks like Dark wants to take the further away, kind of the line base here. Still a little bit awkward, I feel like, but kind of nice in a way against like an Oracle. So a queen could be, if you had like 2 queens positioned here, they could defend both mineral lines pretty decently against Oracles. So that could be nice in this matchup for the Zerg player. But here didn't go Oracle first. He actually went Void Ray first, which is kind of a crazy rare thing these days. And, oh my god, herO. Okay, that's cool. So there's no other access into this gold base in these 2 expansions other than mining through the minerals. And herO's going to check to make sure these minerals aren't mined. He's taking that. I say gold base. It has 2 gold patches. It's basically a regular base, but bonus. It's just beefed up. 4 mineral patches, but there's two are gold. In case that wasn't clear by the fact that you can see it. The Oracle does get 3 kills. But most importantly is Dark has not scouted this base, and he sees the full wall. I'm guessing he'll just assume that herO's going to take this base. But herO is going to use that assumption to his advantage. He's going to try to make sure drones can't just easily come in here and mine this by keeping that adept there. And he's really utilizing this new map to his advantage right now. And I love to see that. Going to grab a queen as well. This Void Ray, though, woo, getting mighty low, but stays alive. 2 queens go down. 1 drone goes down. And every one of herO's units... Nope, never mind. The Void Ray goes down as well. All right, I guess it can't get far enough back there to survive the queen, or herO messed up. One or the other, but +1 is started. herO has a 2nd Stargate and a fleet beacon already done as his +1 starts up on this Cybercore. That's hot. This is some beautiful gameplay from herO. This is somebody who looked at a new map and thought, I got a strat. I got a strat, and I'm going to save it until there's money on the line against Dark. And it's going to be carriers. I remember when during like the Void Ray meta, when Void Rays were good, these kinds of builds were pretty prevalent. And herO's going to bust it out here, utilizing the extra gold minerals, although he's not actually mining from this mineral patch, so probably be good to do. You'd think he'd be microing these probes to double mine the rich minerals, but you know, listen, even herO's not perfect. But he does have 2 carriers on the way, and I think Dark's going to be very sadly surprised by this. Dark can't see across here. He doesn't know what the situation is for herO back here. This feels like Dark maybe hasn't tested these new maps out very much. Hasn't thought of some of these possibilities. But I mean, would you even think of this? Maybe you would. You know what? Maybe Dark needs to, like, I don't say this lightly. Maybe he needs like a Smurf account, because if he had played like 3 Diamond Ladder games against Protoss, he would have already been hit by this. This is absolutely like a Platinum League idea out of herO, just executed at the absolute highest level, which is kind of herO's MO. And Dark just had the saddest possible moment as he's hitting his opponent's base and there's a cannon behind the wall. herO has the pylon finishing up here, but these rocks, they're getting hit. And I think herO needs to make sure to defend this. herO, pay attention, bud. All right, he's bringing the carriers back. He does have a carrier popping out now. I feel like even if these lings get out, how much are they really going to get done? Dark's got the Nidus. He's got an Infestor, a couple Infestors coming out as well. Flux Vein starts up for herO. He's expecting it to be Corruptor counter, but in fact, it is Swarm Host out of Dark. And Dark is going to send those Locusts straight on in. The Carriers, they're flying over to try to defend this. There are some cannons and shield batteries. Those really only do so much. The shield battery going to get targeted down first, and then the Nexus, which I think will stay alive here. But the rocks are broken now. Dark, get in there, bud. Get in there, Buster. The shield battery's out of range. That cannon's going to die immediately. Looks like there are some Zealots over here, though. But at the same time, Dark, he's taking his 4th base. He's got a 5th base on the way. He's got a bunch of Infestors out. All right, he's got 2 Infestors out, but 5 more on the way. Burrow and Neural also on the way. But it looks like this Nidus is going to get handled. That being said, the Swarmos are just going to pop out of the other one, which was not handled. And uh-oh. Well, I do like the stasis trap here. Let's see if it can catch some of these Locusts. They're trying to avoid it. The wall, in the meantime, has been broken. Some Lings getting in to help this out as well. But it looks like herO's going to be able to hold the Nexus. And Carriers coming out over here, but Neural bringing one of these Carriers in to where the Queens are and dropping the Microbial Shroud so the Queens can survive against the Carriers. And also, it helps against the, helps keep the Infestors safe as well. Microbial Shroud being kind of sick here. He goes for a Fungal on the Interceptors. Oh, I don't know about that. Looks like it's not going to be enough for these Queens. Microbial, still a bad spell. 6 more Infestors on the way, but Dark is just out of energy. He's got 4 Infestors chilling right here. 5. Just can't do anything with them. They're just out of juice. He's got 1 more. He's going to assimilate. Oh, herO. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. There's the GG. herO takes the game. Dark bringing out all sorts of strats to try to contest that, except for building Corruptors. It just wasn't quite enough. Too many Carriers got out. I think Dark was hoping to do more damage with those initial Locusts, but not killing the Nexus is very painful there. That's a lot of damage that could have been onto other things that ended up being basically useless. herO goes up 2-1. What a fun strat from herO, man. Dark does not agree that that was a fun strat, but I think it was a fun strat. Microbial Shroud, we never see that. I mean, that was a situation where it was really good. If Dark had so he built 2 Infestors and then he built 5 Infestors. The 5 did not have enough energy to Neural, which is why I use Microbial Shroud. If he was able to Neural all of those Carriers, I think Dark can win that fight. I think herO has to back up. But he didn't have enough energy to, like, utilize all of the spells that he needed at the moment. He also didn't have... I didn't see any Spore Crawlers there. And I feel like that has to be part of the Neural plan, is building, even at that point, like 6 Spore Crawlers or something. And it starts to become much more difficult for herO to attack into it. But Dark didn't have... He just didn't have enough time. He spent a lot of money on those Swarm Hosts. They didn't get enough done. herO was able to just get out a bunch of Carriers right away. And, yeah, well, it didn't work out too well for the Zerg. But now, we're getting into game number 4. We're on match point. Looking to win yet another KSL. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Oceanborn, it is Dragon Kites's herO. And his opponent. In the lower right, for Talon, it's Dark. Dark, once again, these guys have played in the finals. Now this is the 13th time, if my counting was correct. And herO is 11-1. Dark has only been able to scrounge 1 victory in a KSL finals against herO. Other than that, it has just been all herO. Every KSL. It is worth noting in the KSL SummerSlam, when there was more money on the line, and it was a semifinals, Dark won the best of 5. But in the grand finals of KSLs, herO tends to take them. And this week is looking very similar to that. herO is going for his 20th win. This would be herO's 20th victory. He's 19-5 in grand finals right now. Dark is at 11-14. Dark's actually been to more finals. He's got one more finals appearance than herO. But herO's looking for his 20th win, which is kind of insane. I want to get him like a KSL trophy. Bring it to Dallas. I was never able to get one to Christianer for winning over 30 Cock of the Walks. It's too bad. Maybe one day. I am going to Dallas, Mr. Apoptosis. I don't know about you. I have purchased my plane ticket. I have lodging secured. I'm going. I even have I think maybe, hopefully, possibly a ticket to the event. Well, that's on the maybe list right now, because I maybe might be able to get one for less money than buying a ticket. So we're on the maybes on that one. But yes, I will be going. I'm excited. I had a ton of fun in Atlanta, as always. And I've never been to Dallas. Kind of excited to see the city a little bit too. That was one thing this past... to do a Dark Shrine for herO. This past Atlanta, I didn't feel the need to explore the city as much, but the first time I went to DreamHack Atlanta, I spent part of the days just not in the venue at all. Just like wandering around the city a little bit. So I think in Dallas, I'll probably do a little bit of that. Would love to have you there, bud. Would love to have you in Dallas. I'm excited too, because there's when I did a cursory Google search, there's a karaoke bar pretty near the venue. Atlanta, there was like nothing near the venue, which really sucked. But I want to try to organize some karaoke. I've been doing so much karaoke here in Seattle. I want to go with some StarCraft people to some karaoke. We tried in Atlanta and it did not pay off. It was not successful. Anyways, we got ourselves some DTs. herO's. This is just such a classic build, man. herO's busting out just an old school strat. As the DTs come in here and uh-oh, what do I not see in this mineral line? That Spore Crawler is on its way over here. But it is not here yet. Oh, he's going to target it down. He's going for it. The Prism's coming back in just in case, but he gets it. Oh, and these DTs are just going ham. They are having a tough time killing the Lings that are running away from them, but going to go for this hatchery a little bit here. Another Spore Crawler on its way over, but it's been blocked by the Queens. Needs to burrow. Transfuse is going down. Two more DTs warp in here. Ooh, the Prism is taking some damage. Gotta be careful here. herO doing a great job not losing anything. He hasn't killed like a ton, but there's been no mining at this third base. He forced a lot of lost mining time. He's forced extra Spore Crawlers to be made. Each one of these is a drone and 75 minerals. This is some great damage here for herO. And now he's gonna follow it up with an Archon drop, and he's still got a DT here too. Just in case the Lings come in for like a cheeky surround or something. DT can help him out. But Archon drops are also very scary. Dark going for the counterattack. I think this is such a good idea. But herO's locked on two bases, man. herO's going for a two-base all-in follow-up with Blink and +1 and a bunch of gateways in possibly the worst SimCity I've ever seen in my entire life. It looks so good over here. And then this is just like, what are we doing, herO? What is this? Like, what are these pylons? Who builds pylons like this? herO, but we can do better than that. Uh-oh. RIP the sentry. Well, no Guardian Shield for herO, but still moving forward. A lot of Blink Stalkers. He's got these Archons out front to help him buffer. There are Roaches out for Tark, so he's got Roach, Ling, Queen defending. Observer here going to help herO kill some of this creep. Takes the Overlord out. Actually supply blocks Dark, who has 6 on the way, but he can't build anything until those are done. That's so painful to be supply blocked right now when he desperately needs units. He's going to push in. The Ravagers trying to bile down the Prism. They actually hit the Prism. The Prism taking a lot of damage, but it does just barely stay alive for the time being. It pulls all the way back. The Stalkers, though, in some trouble. They will blink backwards, leaving those Archons to die. Ooh, leaving the Observer to die as well. But now more Stalkers get warped in. herO is going to keep on pushing. Remember, he has not taken a third behind this. He's pretty much completely all in. And Dark just needs to hold, but that's easier said than... Oh my god, I'm lagging. Oh, no. Okay, that felt like computer lag and not in-game lag. All right, Dark pushes forward. He did lose a few drones there, but he sends them back to mining. Oh, but he's so low on units right now. He's just desperately trying to get out as many units as he can. A few more Roaches show up from the natural to help push this back, but the Blink Stalkers, they're blinking. They're blinking, and we got some good trades coming out of herO here. The worker count is so similar. GG gets called. Dark just can't hold. And herO, he wins the game, and he wins his 20th KSL. herO, the absolute KSL master. That is so insane. GG.